Monday, September 2, Not one stone on another. Read Mark chapter 13, verses 1 to 13. How did the disciples respond to Jesus' statement about the temple? And what is the significance of Jesus' answer to them? Let's begin Mark chapter 13 and verse 1. As Jesus was leaving the temple, one of his disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what massive stones, what magnificent buildings!" "Do you see all these great buildings?" replied Jesus. "Not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives opposite the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will these things happen? And what will be the sign that they are all about to be fulfilled?" Jesus said to them, "Watch out that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am he,' and will deceive many. When you hear of wars and rumours of wars, do not be alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places, and famines. These are the beginning of birth pains. You must be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and flogged in the synagogues. On account of me, you will stand before governors and kings as witnesses to them, and the gospel must first be preached to all nations. Whenever you are arrested and brought to trial, do not worry beforehand about what to say. Just say whatever is given to you at the time, for it is not you speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. Everyone will hate you because of me, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved." As we've noticed, the temple complex was a truly amazing structure. Josephus notes that the royal portico on the south side of the complex had 162 pillars, each of which 3 men clasping hands could reach around. Jesus says that it will all be thrown down. Such a prophecy concerning this amazing structure would sound to the listener like the end of the world. In a paragraph in The Desire of Ages, page 627, we read, "As Christ's attention was attracted to the magnificence of the temple, what must have been the unuttered thoughts of that rejected one? The view before him was indeed beautiful, but he said with sadness, 'I see it all.' The buildings are indeed wonderful. You point to these walls as apparently indestructible, but listen to my words. The day will come when there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down." End of quote. The disciples want to know when this prediction that Jesus has made will come to pass. Thus, in Mark 13, verse 4, a small group, Peter, James, John, and Andrew, ask him for the timing. They want to know when all these things will happen and what will be the sign when they are about to take place. What is striking in verses 5 to 13 is that Jesus spends most of his time not in describing the fall of Jerusalem, but rather in warning his disciples about what they can expect in their ministry of establishing the early Christian church. It does not sound as though it's going to be easy either. In fact, they will be persecuted, put on trial, and some will be killed. But all through this, Jesus indicates that the time is not yet. They are not to be deceived by tumultuous events. Furthermore, the Holy Spirit will give them the words to speak at the right time, even when family and friends desert them. The takeaway from these introductory words in Jesus' prophecy is that the people of God are not to fear tumult and trial. They are to be vigilant because God's Spirit is going to carry them through the trouble. And so to finish today, what has been your own experience with the trials that come from following Jesus? If you haven't had any, might you need to ask if you are actually following him.
By Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.